All right, blessed in the New York Post Sports Studios, we have a guy that spent 12 seasons in the NFL, 5-time Pro Bowler for the Dolphins and the Saints, Terron Armstead. We got a little crowd noise in here. Can we get some claps going on? What's up, my man? Looking clean right now. Put the T at the end. How you feeling? Welcome to New York.
Feel
or
good,
back.
Man. Feel good for sure. Feel great.
So what's it feel like being back in New York? Because when you were coming here, you were busting heads, whether it be the Jets and or the Giants. So I mean, what's it feel like being back in New York? Is the city treating you well?
It's been nice. It's been nice so far. I can honestly say I'm not the biggest New York fan.
Really?
So this is the longest time that I will be here in the city. So I'm looking to change that perspective. I do have a lot of wins.
Okay.
In New York, New Jersey.
Yep.
You
can say that with your chest. It's all right. It's all right.
Not bashful about that at all. Not at all.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess we'll talk about your retirement in a little bit, but let's go back to talking like when you were here. What are your memories or favorite moments playing the Jets, playing up here at MetLife Stadium?
Quite a few, man. Quite a few memories. I really like the black Jets uniforms.
Yeah.
So I think one of the most recent games we had here, they had it was like a blackout game, which was, the vibe was super dope. And it's always this guy, Jetman, and I argue with him for the whole game.
Okay.
He stand behind the away team's bench or behind our bench.
Yep.
And he's just heckling. I love that though. I do. I probably loved away games more than home games throughout my career. Just to have those interactions with the fans and how invested they are.
Yep.
That bring that energy. And so I get pissed off on the sideline and go in the game and try to take it out on one of their players.
So you like a Draymond Green? You like playing the villain?
Not that deep.
Wild,
yeah.
All right.
I'm not getting the flagrant too.
You're not going to UFC punch one of your teammates or anything like that. All right.
No, probably not.
All right. I mean, shout
out to Draymond though.
Shout out to
Big fan, bro.
I love for him to come to the Knicks. Love for them to get like a gritty guy like that on this team. But go back to playing at MetLife Stadium. That JETS chant used to get on my nerves so much.
We didn't hear it much.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, no, we didn't get too many of those. It is a pretty cool chant.
Yeah.
It is a pretty cool chant. They have one, Packers, the Go Pack Go was nice. Minnesota, Skull was pretty cool. Yeah, it's a few of them. The JET Jets, that was a cool one.
So now that they have a regime change, Aaron Glenn has kind of come in and just cleaned house, whether it be former employees, former coaches, players. I mean, it's just a new culture that he's bringing. You've been a part of regime changes before. Like, as a player, you have a guy that comes in and he's no nonsense. Is that welcomed, or do you kind of have to warm up to that approach and that coach a little bit to fully buy in?
Yeah, it's so many factors into running a successful program. So many things that's not even football, like not even X's and O's. Your training room, the weight room, the nutrition, just everything in the building. Like, you got to have the front office got to be behind it to give you the right resources and make that investment with bringing in free agents. So it's so many factors. I know Aaron Glenn personally. I was with him in New Orleans for years. I love him. So it's kind of crazy because he's going to change my outlook on the Jets. Like, now that I'm retired and Aaron Glenn is over there in his regime, I'm rooting for him. Like, I'm rooting for their success. Not against the Dolphins. So I hope they go 16-2 or 15-2. You know what I mean?
I know.
I'm really rooting for him. Yep. I love him. I love his character. It won't be hard for him to get the buy-in that's necessary in order to win. Saw Dan Campbell do it in Detroit. I was with Dan Campbell as well for many years. So Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn, those guys just have that leadership about them. They have an aura about them that makes you want to succeed for them. So you want them to succeed. You'll do anything for them.
They've had back-to-back drafts where they've drafted tackles, Olu Fashanu and Armand Membao. I mean, again, 12 years in the league, 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. You're him when it comes to the tackle position.
No, I did all right.
What do you was all right. You was nice on man. You was nice on man. What advice would you give those young guys?
Yeah, man, just go after it to your highest ability. Like, maximize your potential, the ability that God gave you. Just try to squeeze every drop, because your career's short. And they're young right now, 21, 22 years old, but that window closes on all us one day, and it won't open again. So just while you have that time, just maximize your potential. Full investment, be intentional, make sacrifices. Don't sacrifice what you want in the moment for what you want the most. So really go after it.
I definitely want to take a look back on your window in a little bit, because I really want to get into this retirement story. But a guy, let's flip over and talk about the Giants. We're here in New York. A guy like Evan Neal, first-round draft pick, kind of struggled at left tackle, right tackle. Now they've bumped him in, and they've moved him to guard. Two things. What's the player thinking when they come to you and tell you, hey, we want to make a position change? And two, what advice would you give? How hard is it for a tackle to get bumped in to play guard?
It's tough, man. It's tough. Just moving, people think you play O-line, that you can play anywhere, but it's a whole new world. Like, I feel like I was one of the best left tackles throughout my career, but I would probably be the worst right tackle in the NFL history.
Really?
The worst. It's different. So if you think like a bowler, you bowl with your right hand, and now all of a sudden they tell you to bowl with your left, I don't think your score will be the same.
No.
You know?
Okay.
Same for a hitter or basketball shot, shooting right-handed, left-handed. It's just so many different changes and nuances that goes into the position. For Evan Neal, he is uber talented, huge, massive man. He's smart. He hasn't found the fit yet, but he's young. And O-line is a position that comes with the success comes with confidence. Confidence comes from demonstrated ability.
Okay.
So the more winning reps he can get, inside, outside, the more winning reps he can get, and he can build that confidence, they'll start to stack more and more. He'll be successful more and more. I love Evan Neal. I've worked with him before. Would love to work with him some more too.
Okay.
And his time's coming.
A lot of people love to hear that. Great kid, man.
Yeah,
great kid, works hard. You know, he wants to get better at whatever. He's open to play whatever position that they throw on the mat. And it's a guy that, you know, since I do a lot of work with the team and stuff, he's one of those guys where it's like, all right, you root for his story, whether it be here in New York or if he has to go elsewhere to find success, like a Eric Flowers. Because remember, you know, when he was with the Giants, he kind of struggled. He went on with the Jags and the Commanders, got bumped inside and had a nice career after that. I want to talk about a guy that you've played with that's now here in New York, Jevon Holland.
Yeah.
The Giants,
Snowman.
That's what y'all calls him? Snowman?
Yeah.
Well, one, why does he have the nickname Snowman?
I have
Two,
no idea.
what did the Giants get? Really? You don't know?
No idea.
Is it he's from Canada, maybe?
He's from Canada.
He's from Canada, so there could be a lot of snow there.
That might be the relation.
All right.
I don't know. But that's his nickname.
Okay.
So, yeah, Snowman. He's an incredible talent. He's young, super smart. I think he hasn't touched his potential yet.
Not yet.
Not close to his ceiling.
Wow.
I think that he has a chance to be the safety, like the free safety of the league. It's like I say, it's factors that goes into it, and you want to focus on your job, but this is the ultimate team sport. You need the other 10 to be doing what they need to be doing, and y'all have that chemistry. And I really like the Giants' defense. That D-line would be top 3. In my opinion, just the D-line alone be top 3 in the league. Jevon will reap the benefits of that. Just the pressure and being able to diagnose and read quarterback eyes. I think he'll have a career year.
You got a lot of people excited about that defensive line, and you as an offensive lineman, we're in OTAs right now, so we're in pajamas and helmets.
Yeah.
Abdul Carter posts that video of him, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau. They got after Russell Wilson with ease in that rep. As an offensive lineman, knowing there's no pads, how would you feel about that video getting out, especially when you read the comments?
Yeah, let's not do it. Let's not do it. You don't want to, because what's a highlight for you is a low light for somebody else.
Okay.
And if it's practice, that's your teammate. You know what I mean? So just let's stay away from that. Know that, of course, that's not the goal of posting a video.
Yeah.
But just always keep that in mind.
How good can that defensive line be?
They can be, I think, top 3. Top 3 in the
okay.
league. I think that Dexter Lawrence is probably DT1. He might be the best D tackle in the league. And Brian Burns, I'm a huge fan. I had many battles with him, Carolina, and when I was with the Saints. I won those battles. B. Burns, big fan, bro. But him and then Thibodeau and Abdul Carter as well. Like that is, it's a nightmare. The hard part about a stacked D line is when you have one of the greats, like Myles Garrett in Cleveland, you slide to him. You put the tight end over there. You know where he will be. You know what I mean? But now you got so many guys. You can't slide to everybody.
Can't slide to everybody.
Some one-on-one's going to have to happen. And you better put 2 people on Sexy Dexy or it's going to get ugly.
So who's going to lead that defensive line in sacks? Because I'm thinking Kayvon reaps the benefit more than anyone else on that defensive line.
I would say Brian Burns.
Brian Burns, okay.
I would say Brian Burns will lead the D-line in sacks because he'll get one-on-ones.
Okay.
And he's a problem.
Before we get off the Giants, what advice would you give to Andrew Thomas? I mean, stellar left tackle. They paid him. That ankle, the foot is just it's not getting right. He had to go on IR last season. He's coming back. I know his mindset is going to be where it needs to be. I know he's pushing his body to the limit to get it to where it needs to be. But sometimes, when you go through injuries, your mind, it's hard to really feel like you're 100%. So what advice would you give to AT coming back off of another, ankle, leg, foot injury?
Yeah, no, I'm glad you said that because that is the biggest challenge of injuries. Because physically, you have all the resources in the world to get back physically to 100%. But it's the mental challenges of it. It's trusting it, really. So that's what I would tell AT is really trust it, man. Just go out there at practice, go 100%, really trust the rehab and that you're back to full strength so you can get that confidence. Confidence comes from demonstrated ability. So he can get his set back to where it was. He is phenomenal.
Yeah, he is.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
His contact balance, his strength, and also what he does in the run game too. I think he's underrated as a run blocker. AT he's a monster.
Did you not have confidence in your knee anymore to where you could go out and play to the best of your ability, which is why you ultimately
cartilage in my knee.
Forget confidence. I have cartilage.
Yeah, it's anatomy changes over here.
Yeah.
It's just
wow.
Yeah. So just dealing with a chronic knee, that's bone on bone, no cartilage, so no cushion on impact. Having times where days before the game couldn't walk on my own power. You know what I mean? So limping to the facility and go to meetings, but couldn't do anything else. Didn't see the practice field at all, not even Saturday walkthrough. You know what I mean?
Not even the walkthrough?
Not even Saturday walkthrough.
And just went out there just off of pure 6'6", 300. I'm better than all y'all.
Yeah, a lot of preparation, a lot of technique.
Okay.
Anti-inflammatories. The Dolphins training staff did an incredible job of taking care of me, really.
Okay.
Like they did.
Okay.
The rest in order to play. I was fully playing though. Like I'm doing it. Y'all not stopping me. Even though the doctors told me like, hey, you need this knee replaced.
Yeah.
Cool, but I'm playing. So they did everything in their power to give me the rest and make sure I was able to go out there and try to perform.
You showed up to OTAs, so that meant you were kind of thinking, I think I can do this another year. Take me through that moment.
Which OTAs you talking about?
You didn't go to OTAs this year?
Do what another year?
Play football again another year. Bro. No, that's what I'm saying. So take me through that moment, that morning or whatever it was, because we athletes, we die twice. We die when we go meet our maker, but we die when we can't be gladiators anymore.
I like that.
So take me through that. You could use that if you don't want it. Take me through that moment where you're like, it's over.
Yeah.
Like it's really over. Let me call my agent. Let me call the Dolphins. I'm done with it.
Man, I've been battling with it for a long time. So it's just, I would say early this year, this past season.
Okay.
Just going through that part, like not being able to walk and just the pain of trying to squat or get into a stance. Early in the season, week 2, 3, I knew it would be really, really challenging to play anything past this year. But I had started the year off like we're doing this, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to go on IR and bow out on the team, anything like that. So I was going to do it for sure. And then after the season, go through my due diligence process. I talk to my family. I look for options, stem cell or anything surgical that I can have. And it really nothing left for me to do except the knee replacement. Yeah. So peacefully though, like I'm so happy and blessed to walk away from the game, still be around the game and talk it, to share my knowledge and experience. But I never need to block Michael Parsons again. Like, I'm okay
that is
with
over.
That.
That is
I'm
over.
good with not lining up with Myles Garrett again. I'm good.
Yeah, man, that's like you. It's funny, like we think about that stuff because fans, they're like, "Oh, what do you mean you don't want to go up against Michael Parsons again?" The man just said he has no cartilage.
Yeah.
Like there's no cartilage there to go up against a woolly mammoth of an animal like a Myles Garrett. And these guys, are you worried about any after effects? Not just obviously from the wear and tear, but also from the painkillers, from the treatment.
Yeah. Honestly, I was very minimal with medicine. Very minimal. You know, I would do the anti-inflammatory on game day, Toradol or something like that, but very minimal on pain pills and pills in general. I would like to try to do more holistic approaches. Rest would be the biggest, really, and then I'm a huge advocate of stem cell. I love stem cell. I think it's the future of medicine, and not even just sports related. I think stem cell has a place in the world of medicine that can be world changing.
Yep. I tore my meniscus 3 times. I had surgery on it twice. Never really thought about retiring from that. It was the 2 concussions that made me like, wait a minute. My computer just restart? Did my brain did I just hit Control Apple Delete and my brain just restart just now?
Yeah.
So, Tua Tagovailoa, was there any point where you kind of pulled him to the side and be like, hey man, maybe you should rethink this football thing because of the effects?
Yeah.
The knee is one thing, but the brain is something different. Did you ever talk to Tua about retirement?
No, definitely have. We've had conversations for sure. I'm somebody Tua would look to for advice or leadership, and I appreciated that from him. But so just talking to the man, checking on the man, not the player.
Yep.
Tua, him as a man, and him as a football player is one. Honestly, he's married to the game, to the sport. He loves it. It's part of who he is and what he does for a living. So it was never a thought of him retiring, hanging it up from a concussion. And he's had a couple bad ones that got a lot of national attention for sure. I know guys that have a ton more, and there's no true way to tell who's going to be affected long term. You know, I know the studies are getting better, technology is getting better. I'm a fan of Tua, huge fan of him, off the field, on the field, and the fact that he really loves the game with every ounce of his being. You can't do nothing but support somebody like that.
Well, let's lighten up the mood a little bit there. You know, we're 2 guys. I play with the Dolphins. I know what it's like to play down there. Tell the people or give a story of what it means to be a Miami Dolphin, like just the lifestyle of it. You know, because we were talking, like it felt like I felt like I was on Any Given Sunday, the reboot or whatever, when I played down there. So tell the people what it's like to actually be a Dolphin and play down there around South Beach and all.
So I'll tell two parts of being a Miami Dolphin. I signed, and probably 2 weeks later, I go down to Miami. Warm welcome from the fans, all that, man. Armstead, we're excited to have you, boom, boom, boom. I get invited to this yacht party. The yacht itself is like a hotel on the water. It had 5 floors, an elevator. So we get on the yacht. It's like I forget that I'm on a boat. And I've never been on a cruise or anything, so it might be similar to like a cruise. So we're on the yacht, me and Mark Ingram, my brother, and sitting in the front, we're talking to some other celebrities, whatever. I'm brand new. I'm a deer in headlights. And it's music start. Future climbs on the yacht from his own boat and performs. So it's a concert. Future performed, well, Lotto performed first, then Future performs on this boat. That was like the first time I got to Miami after signing.
Yeah.
This different. Didn't have that experience in New Orleans. No offense to New Orleans. I love you guys.
No offense. Food is great there.
Yeah,
but you just don't get yachts, 5-story yachts.
It was crazy. But then playing as a Dolphin, the passion and the love that these folks have for their team, the history, like how much the Dolphins mean to Miami is different. It's something that you take personal. Like, I hate the fact that we didn't win a playoff game throughout my tenure. Hate it, like, for sure. I feel that burden, and I feel that weight of the fans because they are used to success. Yeah. The only undefeated team in history. And it's so much history, and they celebrate it so much. It's 72, and they talk about the wins and losses. And I hate the fact we didn't get a chance to get a playoff win. I strongly feel that it's coming this year. I think that they got a chance to do something special.
Yeah, it was different. It was a completely different world coming from New York where, we'd party, we'd go out and all, but it was different in South Beach. When I played down there, we won the AFC East, so when we flew in, they had the little sparkles on the bottles and us at Live, at Fontainebleau and stuff. I partied with the Kardashians down there. Like, I have stories where I can't.
No football.
Not a football. When they told me to turn my playbook in, I was like, I know what this is about. I already had my fun. Like, I was. What route are you supposed to run? Biscayne Boulevard, that route, because I need to get to the club, coach. Like, it's going down there. It's FIFA Club World Cup right now. Did you get a chance to experience any of that messy mania down there? No, you never went to an inter game?
I did not yet. I will. Okay. I feel like a terrible dad. My son, he loves soccer, loves Messi. I got to get a chance to take him to a game, at least one. But I didn't while we were in Miami.
All right. Now that you're retired, what's next? What are you looking forward to most?
Being present, man. Having that time with my kids. They all play sports. I have twin daughters, Trinity and Tatiana, and my son Tristan. They all play basketball, and he played football as well. So being present with them. Me, career-wise, I'm launching my YouTube channel today, actually, 5 p.m. Dropping like a documentary behind the scenes of my last couple weeks of my career. I think it would be really cool for the fans to see some insight. But on my channel, we'll be talking O-line, D-line breakdowns. I'm talking technique, what's really going on in the trenches. Okay. So the fan that sees a guy come free and they start yelling at Andrew Thomas, Andrew, you stink. You got to. But
that's the slot receiver's fault. You know the slot's got to call that blitz out. So all right. Yep.
You know, so I want to be in that space and educate. So my YouTube channel at Terron Armstead.
Tell the people. Where's your camera?
At Terron Armstead, T_Armstead 72 on all social media platforms. Please subscribe. Is that what you're supposed to say? I never did YouTube.
All right,
subscribe.
Welcome to the media. Let's work on this. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them to share, and tell them to follow. Go ahead.
At Terron Armstead on YouTube, at T_Armstead 72 on all social media platforms. Like, subscribe, share to all your cousins, friends, brothers, haters, everybody. Tell them tune in.
Man, you're going to be hanging with the Paul brothers pretty soon. You about to be a YouTube star after that.
We're going to see.
Hey, but we appreciate you coming in the studio, man. Good luck on the retirement. Welcome to this side, not only in the post career after football, but also to the media as well, man. We can't wait to subscribe, like, share to the channel, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.